In this video, I'm going to cover what the best selling watches have been over the last 3 months and also the worst selling watches, employing somebody to help grow the brand, what's going well, what isn't going well, how I balance the brand and my personal life, and then also my top 3 goals moving forward. Let's get into it. So the last 3 months of business have been unbelievable, absolutely insane. They've been the best 3 months that my business has ever had in its almost 3-year life. In the last 3 months, I've sold over 100 watches. So April was my record sales month in terms of number of sales of watches. May was the best month for business income, and June, this month just about, has been probably the best combination of income and number of watches sold. So absolutely fantastic. If I had to put my finger on why this has happened, I would probably say just a increasing focus on content. So obviously I have a YouTube channel and I share a lot with you guys about what I do, my thoughts on the market, but also I've started to increase my content on Instagram, so Reels showing a bit of behind the scenes, my daily vlogging, buying, selling watches, all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of ventured out into a new social platform, doing something new, and it seems to have worked. It's got really good engagement, and off the back of it, I've been able to get some new clients and sell watches and buy a lot of watches also. In terms of the financial side, I'm actually buying more expensive watches, like Patek Philippe, for example. 100 grand watch can fetch way more profit than a watch that's 10K. It's just how it is, even if you think of it as a percentage. Think about 10% profit on 100 grand, that's £10,000. On 10K, that's £1,000, quick maths. So there's a very big difference, and I think because I've grown my business, I've allowed for more people to feel trust in me that I can deliver the results that they want for bigger watches like Patek and some at AP as well. So what have been my top 3 selling watches? This is a really interesting one. In third place, with 10 watches over the last 3 months, was Submariner, which is actually lower than I expected. I have done more than that in the past, quite a lot more than that in the past. In second place, a close second, was the Daytona. I sold 11, and by a country mile, absolutely destroyed the field, was the Rolex GMT Master 2. And I guess that's understandable, but I sold 31 of all variations of GMT, and like I said, that's just because there's so many variations of the GMT. I think there's 10 or 12 different GMTs that you can buy currently on the market on catalog, well, not off catalog watches. So I thought that'd be interesting to share with you guys. It's probably there or thereabouts with probably what you would expect. What is not going well? Since I started Watch Life, I've always put in a big shift to go above and beyond for clients. I've traveled all around the country. I'm probably on trains definitely more than the average person, but I probably spend more money on train tickets than, I'm probably up there. Genuinely, almost every single day I'm on multiple trains. So yeah, I'm all over the place. I can't be in 2 places at once, and it's got to the point now where, because Watch Life is growing so rapidly, I'm at the point where I just can't see people, and I have to delay seeing people because I just can't fit people into the same day, and I can't keep up with the demand anymore. And I often catch myself thinking, if I could clone myself and have another Phil doing exactly what I do, it would be absolutely amazing. Very difficult, easier said than done. Well, I mean, cloning a human is impossible, but I mean having someone else to help sell is what I mean. This dilemma does make a very good case for having a physical premises, an office or a store. It would make sense that I have this HQ, that I can bring people to me, I can be the sun, and I can attract people to me, my business, instead of me being a planet rotating around the sun throughout the whole of the country. Probably quite a bad analogy, but we'll go with it. And this leads me on to my next point, which is employing somebody to help grow the brand. And I was kind of torn between, do I get a salesperson, do I go for the physical premises, or do I get someone in to help with marketing? And I've gone down that route. I'm actually bringing somebody in to run the marketing, so work on social media, marketing campaigns throughout the year, and also my personal brand as well, which is something that I want to focus more on. That should alleviate some of the stress and some of the workload so that I can do what is very, very important for me at the moment, which is to sell watches, buy watches, communicate with you guys, and give you the best service that I possibly can. Whereas at the moment, I'm trying to do absolutely everything. I do absolutely everything. So this will be massive for the brand. Massive. It's obviously a cost to the business, a pretty substantial cost over the course of a year, but I think it's the right time. It's a necessary cost in order to scale the business the way that I want to scale it. So that was the decision I made. Like I said, there was a brief debate around whether I bring in somebody to help with sales versus the marketing side. It will be the next step, absolutely. It will be the next job role that I recruit for. Somebody to help me with the selling and buying. I think that will be awesome, and I cannot wait for the day where somebody joins me in the Watch Life sales team. But for now, I will be focusing on that myself, and I'll have somebody doing all the marketing stuff. What isn't doing so well at the moment? If you have your finger on the pulse of the watch market, you'll probably know that AP has, I don't want to say tanked because it's a very aggressive word, very negative word, but AP has dropped a lot in price, like all watch brands have. But AP in particular, the prices have dropped, but people have stopped buying AP as much. Whereas if you look on the flip side, yes, Rolex prices have dropped, but people are still buying Rolex. People are still actively trading in and out of Rolex watches. And people aren't doing that with AP as much. There's been a very, very big decline, I have seen personally anyway. So AP has been difficult. This particular watch that I'm holding right here, I have had for, way too long, months and months. Although I have finally sold it today, which is great news. This is a black dial 15400. It's absolutely awesome. It's such a good watch. For the money that you put into this watch, you get top quality. So happy that this will go to a new home instead of being sat in a safety deposit box. And it's interesting, one reason why AP perhaps hasn't done so well as Rolex and Patek in recent times is because, you have Rolex here, price point, you have Patek here right at the top of the pyramid, and then you have AP, which kind of sits in this awkward in-between position. Now, a lot of people can afford Rolex because the price point is, for the most part, most models are quite low in price relatively in the watch market. And then you have Patek right at the top where you have the big spenders, the big luxury lovers, they're super hyper successful people that want to buy Patek. And then in between you have AP. Now I think 25k for a Royal Oak is awesome, but for some reason it's just not been right in the market. The price point for AP has just been a bit awkward, I think, because for not much more you can get an Aquanaut, you can get a lot of dress watches, Patek watches for a little bit more as well, if not around the same or cheaper, if sold on the grey market. And then Rolex, obviously, most of their models are cheaper than this, especially steel or two-tone. So yeah, a bit of an awkward one. Nevertheless, I personally love the brand. I love AP, and I have another AP actually at the moment. And I have been selling AP, don't get me wrong, but just not as much as Rolex and Patek. I have this 15510 ST green dial 2024 full set, which is unbelievable. But again, I'm aware that I'm just going to have to sit on this a little bit longer than these Rolexes, for example. How do I balance growing the brand and my personal life? Well, to be honest, I don't really have much of a personal life at the moment. The line is very blurred, and I'd actually go as far as saying that there isn't actually a line. I don't think there's a line. I work every single day of the week, so yeah, Saturdays and Sundays at the weekend, and I work all hours of the day. I start working like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'll probably finish 10, 11, literally just before I sleep. And the reason for that is because when I speak to clients on email or WhatsApp or Instagram, whatever it is, a lot of people can't talk between the hours of 9 and 5 because they work a job Monday to Friday, so they can only talk to me 5 till 10 or 11. And I have to be active. If I want to sell watches and buy watches, I have to be active during those times. And it's the same with Saturdays and Sundays. A lot of people cannot communicate Monday to Friday because they're very busy, and that's understandable. So I feel like I have an obligation to be there Saturday and Sunday for the people that work really, really hard during the week, so that they can get the watches that they want Saturday, Sunday. So I'm 24/7, and I guess I'm okay with it. it does interfere with my personal life. I wouldn't say it's damaging. I love this. I genuinely love it. So I'm okay with it. And I think as a result, I'm seeing the rewards. Like the last few months are very clear to see that I've been able to get some new amazing clients that I've bought plenty of watches from and sold, you know, dream grail watches too as well. So I don't regret it. And I think that's just I think it's the nature of just having your own business to begin with. So yeah, it's fine. What are my top 3 goals for the brand moving forward? Well, I think firstly, serving my clients in the best way possible is my number 1 priority. Doing the absolute most and the best job possible for you guys is 100% top priority. Best prices, best service, and ultimately getting you the best watch possible. Number 2, buying and selling more, right? To grow and scale watch life, I have to sell more watches. It's a very obvious thing. And like I said before, I'd also like to keep buying more of the higher value items, so more Pateks and such, because they do fetch better margins, and I'll be able to scale my business and grow my, you know, watch pot much quicker so that I can buy more stock and have more stock available for you guys to buy. And then 3, focusing on the brand, which is why I've employed somebody to help with marketing and social media. I want to be able to grow the brand in the right way, scale properly, represent myself and, you know, the brand and all my clients as best as possible. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. Anyone that's watching, you are the exact people that I want to be buying and selling watches from. I just would like more of you. That's just a bit of an update for you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Please give the video a like if you found it interesting in any way. And subscribe if you're new or haven't subscribed already. And yeah, I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.